You know what's funny about that? There's not a single realtor in the 20 years I've lived here that's done the work to really establish themselves as the authority on Scottsdale Rand. Do you know how freaking easy that would be? All the houses were built around the same time, which means all the roofs are made of the same thing, which means all the problems everybody's encountering is about the same. You get to become an authority to a degree that would be impossible for anybody to usurp.
Authority via content.
Authority via content, yep.
Welcome everybody back to another episode of the Reside Platform Podcast. My name is Suneet Agrawal, and today I have the very illustrious Mr. Kasim Aslam. Kasim, what's up?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good.
I love you, dude. I don't know if you know this. You're one of my favorite people. Every time I see you, I smile. For those of you listening, if you don't know Suneet personally, he's exactly who you think he is. Like, you're for real, man. I really appreciate that about you. So for whatever it's worth.
Oh, well, thanks. Likewise, pal. Good. All right.
Hey, pat each other on the back. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we did it.
So right now is August 21st for everyone listening, because we're going to talk about some timely things. I want to get deep on AEO because I got some shit to tell you and tell everybody. I've been getting good friggin' leads from ChatGPT for real estate. Call my cell phone. Good leads. But being that it's this week in August, the Hormozi launch was this last weekend.
Bro, yeah. You know, he outsold Harry Potter. I mean, but he said his goal was to outsell every nonfiction book. He outsold Harry Potter.
Oh, was that the goal? He sold every fiction book too.
Bro, he outsold the Bible. You know what I mean? Hormozi, it goes Hormozi, and then God, and then Yahweh, and he just topped.
And then Harry Potter, yeah.
And then Harry Potter, yeah. I'm in his. So he had his highest end offer is a $24,000 mastermind. I don't think he called it a mastermind, but that's really what it is. You get to be in a school community. He shows up once a month and talks to you. There's 888 members as I'm looking at my screen. It was $24,000. I paid for that.
Wait, 898 times 24 grand.
888.
Not that I'm trying to count Alex's money because he deserves every bit of it, but I'm just curious what that number is.
88 times 24, 21 million. He did $105 million in a day.
Isn't that pretty crazy?
In one day.
And got a Guinness World Record.
Bro, my man, can you imagine? Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. I thought that was stupid. I can get a Guinness World Record now,
But if you had one, you would really be into it.
Maybe. I don't know. I thought that was gimmicky. That actually felt beneath him to me. I'm like, dude, this isn't Ripley's Believe It or Not. Nobody cares. I mean, Guinness World Record is for people that I longest time not cutting my toenails. I think it's superfluous. You know what I think is more impressive than a Guinness World Record? $105 million in a day. You know what I mean? That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm being unkind. And I like the guy. I'm not bashing him at all. But bro, the Hormozi haters, all of a sudden, they're out in force. I don't understand it. The guy's done nothing but give epic amounts of value. The whole donation thing, there's a semantic nuance there that maybe you agree or disagree with, but it's not like he was holding a gun to anybody's head. I don't understand.
No. Yeah, you can get the book for free too. You can go online and take the whole course.
Right.
The same course that I would charge somebody a lot of money for, right? Standing in front of a live screen like that would be expensive. You can go and do them right now, and they're good.
Yeah, they're good. That's the other piece of it. So the haters are like, he hasn't created anything new. He's just repackaging other people's stuff. And I'm like, that's true. And he repackages better than anybody we know. He makes it more accessible. You know who else didn't create anything new? Steve Jobs. Didn't invent shit, dude. Didn't invent the personal computer, the smartphone, the tablet, the MP3 player, nothing. He just made it better. Hormozi just makes it better.
Yeah. I mean, I learned a lot of that stuff from Frank Kern, mass conversion, right? And not that Frank probably learned it from Dan Kennedy back in the day, right?
Bro, yeah. And Dan Kennedy learned it from Cain and Abel. Nobody came up with any of this shit. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I think the haters are obnoxious. I think they're just seeing a man. There's only so successful we'll allow somebody to be before we have to beat them down.
Yeah.
It's the crabs in the bucket. And now all the crabs are coming out and they're trying to pull this dude down. And I'm just like, what he accomplished is nothing short of extraordinary.
Nothing. Dude, the whole thing. What did we hear on Driven the other day? He ran 2,500 ads, bro.
Yeah. That's it, so that's the other thing that's really funny.
Bro, get out of here. 2,500 ads as a former big agency owner.
Right. Bro, I've never done that. Here's the thing, I used to run Pedro Adeo's ads. Did you know that? I did all the challenge traffic. You know Pedro? So Pedro was the challenge guy. He'd do big launches. We'd spend $4 or $5 million per launch. I don't know if he wants me saying this, but here I am outing him. I love you, Pedro. I hope this is okay. Never signed an NDA, buddy. We'd spend $4 or $5 million in a launch. Never would we run 2,400 ads. Number one. Number two, you got all these people running around saying like, yeah, he did that, all that revenue because he spent millions of dollars in ads. Here's what they don't understand. From a guy, I've spent $100 million a year in ads. I've spent $4 or $5 million in ads, and I've made $3 or $4 million. You know what I mean? You can't just buy $105 million in revenue. The fact that he spent $4 million and made 105.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's insane, dude. It's insane. That return at that scale is impossible without brand equity. He spent years building trust and building brand equity. He didn't make $105 million in a day. He made $105 million through the equity that he built over the course of years, and he just cashed it that day. We just watched him cash it.
Even after last time when the whole thing was free all the way, right? And we're like, I'm texting John, and John's like, how much is it going to be? Take my money. I'm like, bro, it's going to be free. It's going to be free. And then he's all, and then I was all, oop, I'm wrong.
It's going to be free. Yeah, I called that too.
I'm getting out my credit card. How about you? He's all already paid.
That's so funny.
For the 6K off. And then with the 24K, everything was free. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but remember his first launch, everything was free. Everything was free. That was really, his first launch, everything was free. This launch, the thing that was interesting too, was such a reversal. The bonus on the 6K was really the offer, right? Him pretending that the books were what you were paying for and you get the bonus. It's like, no, you're paying for the bonus and then you get the books. And same thing with the mastermind. He's pretending that you pay for the books and then you get the mastermind. I paid $24,000 to be in the mastermind. And then I probably got 1,000 books to give away. Suneet, what am I going to do with 1,000 books?
I saw that.
Yeah. Can I tell you what I do with them? I posted on social. I stole this from Austin. Bro, it worked so well. People came out of the freaking woodwork. We've given away 300. We got 300 leads for Pareto. And I had Yvonne. So I responded, anybody who wanted a free book, I said, hell yeah, just email Yvonne at Pareto Talent and you'll get your free code. And Yvonne sent them the code, but his signature line had an offer for 2 weeks free EA.
Dude, that is a good offer in the email sake.
Yeah. And so, bro, we've got like a handful of like super viable leads out of it. Isn't that a good offer?
No.
Yeah. We're crushing it on that end, dude. But bro, freaking Hormozi, man, $100 million money models. Like, did you get your books yet?
You spend more money than me.
Oh, look at this. He must love me more than he loves you. I got all of them.
I give it to them. I don't know if they read it, but.
Yeah, that's true. That's how you buy his love. I haven't even dug into this one, bro. But his books are so good. I make every employee I hire read $100 million leads. I make them hire it. What people have said about Alex Hormozi. Alex is my husband, Layla Hormozi. I've known many people. Alex is one of them. Friends of Alex. Alex does things I have seen. Alex's dad. That's so funny.
Didn't you write a preface for my book?
He just doesn't care anymore. He's like, I don't need to edify you.
Yeah. Well,
I did. I hope I did. Yeah. Did you use it?
And it's like, I have my launch and I'm all, okay, I'm just going to put it on Amazon and make a social post.
Bro, I know. Same. I got a book launching in September and now I don't even want to do it. Now I'm just like,
I know, same.
What's the point of living knowing that this guy's out there doing shit, dude? It's like, what am I ever going to do?
I know. I'm all, well, okay. Like,
we should just why are we doing this podcast, dude? He has a podcast. We should just be listening to his podcast.
Yeah, I know. We should go watch the Hormozi podcast. Well, I can tell. Well, okay. So good.
That's so funny.
Good to have some fun with that. But here's why we're doing today's podcast is because I want to talk about AEO because you wrote a book on it, right? And you have a community on it.
I did.
And I'm a member because I saw an email.
I got the largest AEO community in the world right now.
But I haven't showed up once. But I'm doing a podcast with you instead to get caught up. And when I have AEO questions, I'll just text you randomly just in the middle of your shit. Yes.
Just text me. Yeah, I know you will.
In the world, people have a lot of questions about AEO. And you did this big study. Share some information. Tell people what AEO is, like the real definition. And share a little bit of that study that you shared with us at Driven Mastermind, which, by the way, is a great mastermind. Thank you for being an owner of that and a founder of that. But talk about AEO.
So if I share my screen, how many of your listeners actually enjoy the visuals? Anybody?
Not enough. We should just talk about it.
All right, we'll just talk about it in that case. So AEO is answer engine optimization. People are probably familiar with search engine optimization, which is SEO. So that's the process by which you would modify your digital presence so you're more likely to show up in search results. AEO is a similar paradigm, but you want to show up in LLM citations. And the problem is
Wait, what's the LLM?
An LLM is a large language model. And here's where semantics become really important, dude. Not all AI engines are technically LLMs.
Really?
Yeah, and I just learned this recently because somebody corrected me on it. So, and I don't know which ones are and which ones aren't, but we need to find a word that includes all of them. So I've been using AI engines. But if you go to,
Yeah, that works.
right? You go to ChatGPT, Perplexity, Grok, Gemini, Claude, and you ask it questions, it gives you answers. But the question that we should ask ourselves is, well, how did it come up with that answer? And how, potentially, in the right situation and context, could I be that answer? That's AEO, is you working towards being the answer that ChatGPT offers, answer engine optimization. And I have 5 employees who've done nothing for the last 10 months but study how LLM source their citation. Meaning, I have 5 employees who every single day, and this is the minimum requirement, every single day, each person on my research team takes 20 queries in a specific category. We have 10 categories. They're the usual suspects. So it'd be like local brick and mortar, local services, e-commerce, SaaS, info, et cetera, et cetera. The 10 categories that, make up commerce, let's say. They take 20 queries. So one query might be best realtor in Sacramento, California.
I know who comes up for that.
Stop it. Do you? That's amazing. I bet he's handsome. So we take 20 of those queries and we plug each one of those queries into 3 separate LLMs. And so we'll use, for example, ChatGPT, Gemini, and Perplexity. And then we'll get the answers from those queries. And then we'll take those answers and we'll look at what sources, because all the LLMs right now, and I anticipate this always being true, I hope, all LLMs provide their sources. This is the information that I used in order to provide you with this answer. So we take the sources and we try to reverse engineer why the LLM thinks that source has prowess. And we look at, I can't tell you how many data points. It's well over 50, but it's things like domain authority, key phrase permeation, site speed, schema markup, page rank.
What sites it checks.
Correct. So we look at all of the sites that it says, these are the sites that I use to create my answer. And then we go look at those sites and we look at the common denominators behind those sites. And we found a couple of things. Number one, and this is not a fun thing to talk about, but I have to tell you because it's number one. The single most important key performance indicator behind ranking, and you don't rank in LLMs, but we'll use that term for now, is schema markup. And bro, I didn't know what the hell schema was. I'd heard it 15 years ago when I was building websites. Schema is like the table of contents for your website, but only for computers, basically. And a quick note for the techies out there, for the eggheads that understand, Java-led schema doesn't fire. LLMs don't fire Java. So the schema has to be hard-coded in your website. If you don't know what schema is, that's okay. Neither did I. There are tools out there that will clean up your schema for you. By the way, I just found out, did a call with Monik Bond right before you and I spoke. Search Atlas is one of them. So Search Atlas, I should give you an affiliate code. If I had one, I'd give it. But otherwise, I just gave them a nice big plug. Schema is really, really important because LLMs like knowing how to view a website, how the website relates to internal properties, how the website relates to external properties, and schema is how you tell it that. So schema, let's put that on a shelf for a moment because that's not a fun, sexy topic.
Sure. Schema markup is step 1.
Step 1, schema markup. And
find a tool that does that and make sure it's not Java.
Yeah, make sure your website designer, developer, whoever does schema.
I mean, how often, I don't know any of the schema is on any of my friggin' sites.
Bro, me neither. I got to go figure this shit out. It's hard.
I mean, we can find, now I know why you're hiring in Pakistan, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll tell you when I crack the code. I'm probably going to have to start a schema agency, to be honest with you, because I own AEO.co. I'm probably going to have to start doing this for people. So I do need to figure it out. And I'm being a little hyperbolic. Like we've interviewed some providers. Most of the high-end schema providers are enterprise only. There's nobody that does the SMB thing on a done-for-you basis. And schema is relatively accessible once you really figure out what it is. For example, the most important schema tag to use is the same as tag. So if I have Suneet Agrawal's website, you would on that website want a same as tag that goes to your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, telling the LLMs, the Suneet that you see on this website is the same Suneet that you see on these socials.
Fascinating. So one of the leads I got, best realtor in Sacramento, like I could tell she knew everything about me. college, everything. So it must have referenced a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it pulls in all that data because all that data is available. And dude, you've done such a good job at naturally optimizing for LLMs because you create multimodal content. And for people that don't know what that is, Suneet, who I've said multiple times, bro, before I ever started the AEO thing, I've said you play the social game better than just about anybody I know because you create high-end content across multiple social channels, but you customize the content per channel. I don't know how you do that. I don't know what team you have back there. I don't know whether or not you sold your soul for algorithmic points or whatever. But your content is great. You create really, really, really high quality content and you post it on different networks. And what appears to me, and maybe I'm misstating this, it looks to me like what you put on LinkedIn is not what you put on Facebook, is not what you put on Instagram, is not what you
I used to care about that. But honestly, rest in peace, Steve Sims said, fuck it.
Fuck it. Yeah. I wonder, bro, then if what I'm exposed to is just what each individual algorithm picks up. So you put everything on all the networks. And Facebook likes
it's the posting tool, metrical, dude. Twitter too. Threads too, yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's good to know. So, but all that content gets posted. Those LLMs are thirsty for that content.
So what's step 2 then?
Reddit,
of course.
Bro, the most important website on the internet is Reddit.
I know.
Yeah, can you believe that? Profound did this study. They analyzed 10 million queries inside of Gemini specifically, which is the most important LLM. We can talk about why.
That's the reason why, right?
Yeah. Google. Profound examines.
We don't need to dive into it. It's Google. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Bro, right. Obviously, Google mic drop. What they found was 21% of the time, 21% of all citations were Reddit. 18.8% of citations were YouTube, which means YouTube is a second place. But remember, YouTube is 19 times the size of Reddit. So the fact that Reddit accounts for 21% of all citations makes it the most important website on the internet.
Oh, it's looking at it so much more.
Bro, so you got to go play. Now, here's the thing about the Reddit game, and this is why LLMs like it. You cannot fake the funk on Reddit because of their karma scores. So you can't just pull up Reddit today and start shit posting and expect it to do anything because, dude, the Reddit community, smartest people in the whole wide world, and they're mean little incels, dude. They will rip you to shreds. They're just on it, and everything's meritocratic.
So the question, do you have anybody posting on Reddit right now?
No, bro. It's funny we're saying this right now because as I'm talking to you, I have your StreamYard open in a tab, and then in my Arc browser right above you, I've got Reddit. And I swear to God, this is true. I'm going to go take a course on Reddit because I don't know how to use the damn thing.
So my writer on my team, Rohini, I believe she's been posting real estate stuff on Reddit.
How's it going?
Well, I don't know, but she's been talking about doing it. So maybe she's not because I told her something's working. Something's happening there.
But dude, Reddit for you and for all. Here's the thing that's really interesting. I think about it from a real estate perspective and paradigm. Okay. If I'm a realtor, I got a buddy, Kyle Restream. He's a realtor in Fargo, North Dakota. There's no way Kyle has the time or energy to invest in Reddit to the degree that would allow him to rank in Fargo, North Dakota. Instead, I think what needs to happen is somebody like Reside builds a badass Reddit account, ranks for real estate because they have amazing real estate content, and then they start giving shout outs. Oh, best realtor in Fargo, North Dakota is Kyle Restream. Best realtor in Scottsdale.
That's the play.
That's the play because now all of that equity goes into one property that builds its karma points beyond whatever any individual would be able to do. And then kind of thumbs up individuals in their individual markets. And I think that would be the hub and spoke play. If you guys did that, and now here's the other thing is it's like link building 2.0. You know, the way that people used to pay for high-end links, they're going to be paying for your Reddit mention.
So what if I told my operator, which I still pay $200 a month for, I always forget about it.
I do too. Yeah.
I
just have a feeling when the machines take over, I think I'll be the last killed because ChatGPT is like, you know, your check cleared, and I really appreciate that. So
he doesn't pay for operator. Could I tell operator to go post in Reddit for me all day?
Bro, I think you'll get nailed to the wall. You could try. Give it a shot.
I mean, yeah. I mean, so Reddit is a social platform.
But Reddit's a social platform driven by meritocracy. So if you post...
But isn't YouTube driven by meritocracy?
Not the way Reddit is. Reddit, you see the comments, you see the posts based off of upvotes. And I think, and I might have this wrong, but individuals earn karma. And so people with higher karma can upvote things to a greater degree, or maybe their vote matters more than people with lower karma. So there's like 2 degrees. Somebody who knows Reddit, correct me if I'm wrong about that.
So let's do this. Let's do a challenge, because you have multiple books. What if we start taking excerpts of our long form content and just dropping value in Reddit?
So I think we can do that. The thing to do in Reddit, though, isn't to post randomly. It's to answer other people's questions.
Oh God, so much work.
I know, bro. It's so funny. I just pulled up Reddit right now. This is such a perfect example of Reddit. I pull up Reddit, and at the very top of my feed, here's the title: "Paying for sex should be legal."
Welcome to Reddit.
And I'm like, all right. And that's Reddit, dude. That's Reddit. And then there's 212 comments on this thing. And it's unreal the depth that this conversation drives into. Apparently, Amsterdam gets 133,000 euro per licensed prostitute. And now I know that because of Reddit. So Reddit is a weird place, dude. It's a weird place.
Yes. So maybe you should have a VA going there.
Yeah, you can really get lost down this rabbit hole. It's kind of a...
So, okay, step number 1 is schema markup, which is pay someone to do. Step number 2 is Reddit. But welcome to the deep, dark world of Reddit.
Welcome to the jungle. Yeah, it's one step from the dark web. Step number 3 is authority. You need authority. You have to establish yourself as an authority. Here's what's really interesting about LLMs. LLMs like people over brands. So an LLM is exponentially more likely to cite Suneet than it is to cite the Reside platform, right? As a matter of fact, here's where my data gets really skewed. So I have these millions of data points that I like to talk about. I found this out on accident, anecdotally. John Moran was my business partner at Solutions 8. He's the top Google Ads mind in the world.
Best Google Ads guy.
Smartest ever. I know John's the top Google Ads guy. So I asked ChatGPT, just curious. I'm like, who's the top Google Ads guy? And then it gives me names. And John, of course, is number 1. And he's number 1 in every list, regardless of who searches. He's just the top guy. Here's what's really interesting about it, though, is I started to think about that. The citations that it gave me were articles that John has been featured on. If I didn't know John personally, I would assume, so let's say Search Engine Journal features John, and you ask a question about Google Ads, and Search Engine Journal comes up. My data analysis is prejudiced to the link. So I would say, oh, Search Engine Journal clearly ranked very well for this. There must be something about Search Engine Journal. When in fact, Search Engine Journal quoted John Moran. And because the LLM knows that John Moran is the expert in Google, and you asked a question about, let's say, attribution, and Search Engine Journal quotes John Moran on attribution, it gives you Search Engine Journal. But you don't realize that you're not looking at the right data point, which is the nested authority within the content network. Authorities, people, deep. Dude, people can get a PhD. People can publish a book. People can be thought leaders. A brand can't. So LLMs like personal authority.
So authority. So John got quoted. Well, Search Engine Journal probably he's doing some AEO stuff in the background too, I would assume.
Could be. Yeah. Although the LLMs are searching Google. So SEO still counts.
So yeah, that's a big thing that I want to say. The LLMs are searching Google. Well, let me say something is Google local service ads is a big thing for realtors, where you have a bunch of reviews, right? Which gives authority, and you bid on the ad. You know that better than me, right?
I've never run LSA, so I don't know.
But I believe that a lot of the ChatGPT leads I'm getting are referencing the Google local service.
My experience in local placement with GPT has been Yelp.
Yelp?
ChatGPT draws upon Yelp for local the way that it draws upon Reddit for national.
Well, that's totally...
which blows. Bro, I first of all, let me just say for the record, I hate Yelp. For anybody that doesn't know, go watch the documentary $1 Billion Bully.
Yeah, go watch it. I paid them for a long time, and when I quit, all my reviews vanished.
Yeah. No, they're a bunch of con artists, and I can't stand them. Extortionists.
But then I wonder how I'm coming up. I guess I got to look at the source.
Well, I think local service ads, absolutely.
How about all the content on? How about all my SEO content?
100%.
100%. Okay.
100% factors into your ranking in ChatGPT. So here's the thing that we learned, and this blows my mind a little bit. It blows my mind a lot, I should say. When we look at ChatGPT results and we compare those to Google search. There's a 40 to 70% overlap.
To Google search, it's 40% overlap.
When we look at Perplexity and compare 40 to 70.
Okay, so call it average 55. So more often than not is what you're saying.
Call it average 55. Yeah. So more often than not, what the results that ChatGPT gives you are the results that you're going to see in Google, usually in a different order, but still pretty close. In Perplexity, the overlap is 50 to 80. Guess what it is with Gemini?
100%.
Bro, it's non-existent. It's 25% topside. What? So this is going to blow your mind. No. Hear me out. This is interesting. And this is going to change everything. Gemini, for the listener, is a Google-owned property. So why would ChatGPT be 50 to 70%, Perplexity be 70 to 80%, or whatever I said? What did I say? ChatGPT is 40 to 70%, Perplexity is 50 to 80%. Gemini is at most 25% and very often zero.
Hardly ever.
ChatGPT and Perplexity are just Googling things for you faster. And that's why when people use them, if you ask people what their favorite AI tool is, nobody says Gemini. Everybody says ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity. Those are the three, and generally in that order.
You use Claude on a daily basis?
I like Claude better, but ChatGPT is more popular.
Yeah, exactly. I use ChatGPT all day. I still don't have a paid Claude account. However, I have Claude bots in MindPal.
I don't either. But I do think Claude is better.
For everyday use?
Dude, can I tell you what happened? I downloaded the ChatGPT app on my desktop. And it's just too hard to switch. So I just use...
I love the app on my desktop.
Yeah, me too. So that's why, and I've got ChatGPT on my phone, I got on my desktop. But I do think that Claude, like when I ask Claude for like really in-depth, deep answers, I think it gives me better result. But to your point, it's not so much better that I've been moved over. I haven't paid for Claude, I pay for ChatGPT. Regardless.
And Operator.
And yeah, nobody would say Gemini, right? You ever heard anybody say Gemini? Here's why. When you use ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, they deliver fully grown results, really, really, really deep data. Why? Because they're going and they're farming in Google's forest. They're going and using Google search and coming back and delivering something from Google search. Gemini, the results are a sapling. You don't get a great big tree. You get this little teeny sapling because, and this is the part that should blow your mind, Google is not using Google search graph and its AI. Google is building Google's knowledge graph from the ground up. And they're the only company on the planet that could do it. So everybody else is farming Google's old, crusty, antiquated, about to be burned down forest. And Google is rebuilding the knowledge graph from literal zero. And the day they want to rip the rug out from ChatGPT, Perplexity, and all the rest of them, except maybe Grok, it's over. Dude, I am so long on Google. Google is going to win this AI game. I've only ever lost money in the stock market, bro. But if you wanted a stock tip from just a loser, go buy Google, because I just cannot see how they're the only people that have the data necessary to train these LLM tools to the depth and degree that is necessary to accomplish these tasks. It's amazing.
So what do I do as a realtor for AEO?
I think, to be honest with you, right now, I think building authority is the most important thing anybody can do, because all the algorithm rules are going to change. Schema markup's going to change. Reddit may or may not stay in vogue. I think what people should be doing is what you're doing, dude. I think every realtor should have a podcast. Every podcast should be repurposed across all social channels. They should be creating a valuable content that runs deep, making it multimodal. And here's the thing. They have to establish authority. Can I tell you something about realtors, bro? I'm going to slander our collective environment because I love you and I love your industry. Here's the problem with most realtors in my experience. Most realtors don't do the work that would be necessary to really claim authority.
I would say small business owners, because that's what a realtor is.
Yeah, you're exactly right, dude. You're exactly right. So if I'm a realtor, like I live in Scottsdale Ranch.
Ooh, sounds fancy.
It's super fancy. Kurt Warner lives here. Like super beautiful. There's thousands of houses. There's a lake. There's all sorts of whatevers. And the thing about Scottsdale Ranch, dude, is it's so interesting. There's history on the lake. McCormick Ranch is up north. It's in this perfect position. It's really accessible. It's in this little enclave. We're right next to all these resorts. There's so many like milestone, what do you want to call that milestone? Like amazing things to know, see, learn. And what pisses me off, landmarks. Thank you. So many landmarks. That's what I was looking for. Milestones, landmarks, semantic index. Bro, but here's the thing. You know what's funny about that? There's not a single realtor in the 20 years I've lived here that's done the work to really establish themselves as the authority on Scottsdale Ranch. Do you know how freaking easy that would be? All the houses were built around the same time, which means all the roofs are made of the same thing, which means all the problems everybody's encountering is about the same. You get to become an authority to a degree that would be impossible for anybody to usurp.
Authority via content.
Authority via content. Yep.
I mean, content, right? Like, that's my game. In fact, I want to do more. I was thinking about doing a podcast every day.
I think you should. You know what I think? You know, Christine Marie does this. She goes live. Have you seen her do it?
I've been on, yeah.
Bro, so here's the cheat code too. This is so smart. It's so smart. She uses Restream and she gets her guests to go live too. So with Restream, I plug my socials in, but then you plug your socials in too. So now you're going live to her audience, but most importantly, she's going live to your audience. I thought that was such a freaking life hack from hell, dude. And then you can capture it, record it, put it on a podcast, you know, repurpose it and all that other stuff. But bro, if you went live every day, I want to go live every day too. I think we should absolutely do that.
I know. I don't think I want to go live. I just want to do like a podcast every day.
No, you should go live.
I have like 4 iPhones. I have had the whole lineup of iPhones and gone live on all the platforms one time.
You can do that in Restream without all the iPhones.
Yeah, well, it was cooler. It was cooler with a bunch of iPhones.
Yeah, you don't. But then you gotta. How do you press all the buttons at the same time? And then how do you manage the chat?
You really don't. I guess it doesn't work. Yeah.
Anyway, man, that's AEO. The whole world's on fire now. Just a crazy time to be alive, dude.
I mean, the opportunity is endless, I think, with all the tools we have. And that's the thing, right? Like,
blows my mind. I feel like I'm in 1992 and bro, if I could, you know, if you gave me a time machine and I go back to 1992, you know what I would do? I would just buy domains.
Like Perry was, yeah.
I would just buy domain names. I swear to God, that's just the easiest. It's just the easiest, fastest. You know, you're not going to screw it because there's nothing. What else would you do? You know, I'm not going to start a search engine. You'd still get usurped. I would just buy domain names. And so my question for you is what is the equivalent? What is the buy domain names of today in this AI world? And I don't know the answer.
Maybe create as much content in every modality that you can.
Bro, it might be.
And use the tools as hard as you can. I think content's a big opportunity because you get free publication.
Yeah. Well, and with all this AI shit posting people are doing, you know what's really funny about this, dude? You spot check me if you think I disagree. I think less unique content is being created, not more. I think if the world that created content was summarized as 100 people, let's say 100 people were creating organic content on a daily basis. When all these AI tools hit the scene, I think 20 of them stopped and they started shit posting made up AI content that meant nothing to anybody. And for the 80 that kept going and just used AI to amplify their content output, they're still doing it. But I think the opportunity to be truly unique and provide value, I think it's actually easier now.
Well, it depends what the intention is because there's so many people getting traffic on faceless AI generated content.
Yeah, but dude, can that traffic be monetized?
I mean, are people making money off of YouTube channels on history stuff?
Yeah, well, YouTube just killed that. Did you hear? YouTube monetization.
Did they kill it again?
Yeah. What do you mean again? Had that changed?
I don't know. Something, right?
Last I heard, YouTube killed monetization for faceless AI-driven content. YouTube monetization.
But how about TikTok? Because I go on TikTok and there's all kind of these.
Bro, TikTok doesn't make any damn sense.
TikTok is the evil dark place too. They serve you some twisted shit.
Bro, when I signed up for TikTok, no demographic or psychographic profiling factors, and it was just instantly just like young girls shaking things. And I was just like, it's one step from OnlyFans, to be honest with you. It's actually, and I think it's just because they knew I was male.
I don't get served that. I get served with random stuff that is just like hella like crime shit. And I'm like, dude, like, I don't want to see this. Like, how do I get this off my algorithm? Right? Like, how fast do I got to swipe off this shitty video on TikTok?
I know. Yeah, YouTube just killed faceless AI monetization.
Okay, but how about driving traffic to a page with some offer, like for history buffs or like children's books or...
Bro, I think the click to buy paradigm is gone. I don't think, and it never really should have existed, to be honest with you. We've just been spoiled for 20 years. There's no, in the history of commerce, there was never really a place for people running up and knocking on your door and saying, do you want this? Right? All of commerce was organic and it took time. And the internet kind of changed that a little bit But
to interruption-based marketing?
Yeah, but I think it's like, I think we're coming, it's settling back down. To go all the way back full circle, dude, with our conversation, Hormozi didn't make $105 million the other day. He cashed the check the other day. He made it over the course of years building that equity. That's what we got to do here. By building brand.
By doing brand, which we talk about all the time. And you always compliment my brand. And yeah, I worked hard on it. I compliment your brand. Yeah, you worked hard on it.
Brand and authority, bro. I didn't work like you did. I do not do anywhere near amount of the work you do.
Well, I need to do more, like 10 posts a day.
You exhaust me. Yeah. Bro, you probably do. Yeah. Do you do Opus and any of that shit?
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, do you like Opus, or what's the other one? QSO?
We've been using Opus since I first heard about it, which was 2.5 years ago. Now I have my own tools that I think find better clips, the one that I made.
What tool finds the best clips? That's what I want.
Well, you just put the transcript in and it finds it.
You coded it yourself.
I mean, it's made on Claude and MindPal. Yeah.
Oh, so you have like a custom GPT?
But all the tools, right? Like,
wow, that's really impressive.
Something that I'm excited about again is doing faceless or doing AI generated videos just talking about real estate, because I can have any kind of spokesmodel that I want that will reach a broader audience, right? With any kind of look or demographic you want with HeyGen. It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to do. If you were to take, this would be really fun actually, is if you were to take a GPT crawler, it would go through let's say there's 250 MSAs that you want to target. It goes through all 250 MSAs and it finds, using things like Nextdoor or whatever, but it finds the top trending 10 topics. And then it captures those top trending 10 topics and it distills those topics into whatever, like obviously everybody in Asheville, North Carolina is talking about hurricane reparation, right? That type of thing. You take that, put it on shelf. And then the other thing you do, and this is where I think the ninja sauce is use some of those AI video creators, but you create an avatar on a per MSA basis. Like the person that works in Asheville, North Carolina, let's say it's a 30-year-old brunette female who's Caucasian and smiling, right? Which is the highest performing avatar of all time. Isn't going to be the person that works in Manhattan, isn't going to be the person that works in San Francisco.
Smart.
Bro, so if you customized your avatar on a per geo basis.
You know what? I'm going to do that. And I just want to give you a plug because I referred Pareto Talent to a couple of coaching clients and they've been delighted.
Have they? Are we doing a good job?
Yes. And I have other colleagues, mutual friends of ours who have been delighted. So I think it would be, we've talked about this in the past. We have a full episode talking about this, maybe even 2, maybe even 3.
Now we got 4. So
yeah. So tell everybody what Pareto Talent is and how to reach out to you for more information about that.
We staff high-end executive assistants. It takes 1,000 applicants to produce 1 EA. We are a premium, which I'm proud of. And I won't staff for grunt work. So if you want somebody to do pound the pavement, boiler room, cold calling, or that type of stuff, don't come to me. But if you're looking for somebody that can be kind of a mini you, like a little clone, someone that really helps move the needle inside of your business.
And is smart and gets it.
Yeah. So I'm really, really proud of our people, dude. I have 6 of my own EAs. I eat my own dog food. AEO.co, the business we just talked about, was built by an EA, Julian. I got another, I'm probably going to do Done For You podcast production. Sorry, Hector. And that's being built by another EA, Camilo. I own seedoil.com that's being run by an EA, Frida. Bro, every time I start a bit, I have 17 businesses in my portfolio, which is not a brag. It means I'm stupid and I can't pay attention. Every time I start a business, I peel off an EA and I have them manage it. And dude, they do it better than I ever could. So
yeah, no, that's the ticket. Good. Well, and where do people get more information about that?
Yeah. Go to ParetoTalent.com, mention Suneet's name, and I'm sure we got something special going on for your people, dude.
I think there's something, yeah. I think I may even have my own link. But regardless, so many people ask me for good help. I build my companies on international talent, and I continue to. So I think Kasim has a proven track record with this. So hit him up. It was not meant to be an ad, but it's just how I feel. And he's my boy, so I'm going to give him props. Good. Okay. Well, if someone wants to follow you somewhere or learn more about you.
Don't do that. Follow Suneet. Well, that's the thought leader you should be following.
Well, they probably, if they're listening, especially this long, they definitely follow me.
Yeah, you can go to Kasim.me. That's all my socials, all my whatever. I don't do a good job at that.
KSIM.me, folks. Make sure to give Kasim a follow. And the AEO stuff is exciting. I'm going to make sure Kasim will probably be on 100 more times because he's my new co-host.
I am the co-host.
Yeah, so it's actually that's not a bad idea. And we'll bring him back for more AEO, more stuff. So Kasim, thank you, brother. All right, everyone, go back and watch the couple of past episodes with Kasim. We'll drop the numbers in the show notes, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Reside Platform Podcast. Peace.